What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video we're going to be working on this zero-turn mower I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace a little while back. I got a killer deal on it, but it does have a couple issues. First issue is, for whatever reason, when you try to rev it up past like half throttle, it just completely falls on its face, runs like absolute turd. I'm hoping that that's just probably a dirty carburetor or something like that. But it also has a weird issue with the occupancy sensor on the seat. So anytime you even move, adjust your body weight, hit a bump, anything, the thing wants to completely stall out as well. Maybe those two issues are related. We'll find out. So what I want to do first is completely go through this thing, tune everything up. I want to check the compression, check the valves, you know, oil change, oil filter, fuel filter, plugs, air filter, everything we can replace. I want to go ahead and do that. And then I also went ahead and I picked up all the accessories I could find for this machine on Facebook as well. So we have the front hitch, we have the rear hitch, we have the counterweight system, we have the cargo rack system in the rear, and then a massive, I believe it's a 21 bushel power bagger system I found that is supposed to fit this machine, fingers crossed. And hopefully if we can get all that stuff done, I'll have an absolute monster of a machine to do all these leaves this fall. And we got a lot of leaves, so fingers crossed we get this thing running good and get all the parts mounted to it, and I'll have an absolute beast. So I'll show you guys what we got going on for parts, and then we'll dig in and get this thing running tip-top. Let's do it. Alright guys, so first things first, we got the whole frame set up for this thing. All nicely powder coated black. We got the 3 big bags that go on it. This is the main housing. This thing is super heavy duty. It's all aluminum. Very, very strong, very well built. Seems like really high quality. We got some instructions. We did get hose, so the hose that came with this, I don't know what machine it came off of, but it must have been smaller than mine because the hose seemed like it was like 6 inches too short. This stuff here is like $52 a foot, but I was able to do some Googling and I found the manufacturer that actually makes it for BadBoy, and I was able to get this 5-foot piece for 120 bucks. So pretty good savings there. This is the frame setup that holds the cargo rack. We got a couple different hitches. I believe this one goes in the front. This must go in the rear, although our machine already has one in the rear, so maybe we can skip that step. We have the counterweight. I believe that's about 80 pounds. This is the big blower. It is an absolute beast of a blower. Hopefully that works good and will suck up like all the acorns and stuff too. Very aggressive in there. It's like massive paddles. We got this that attaches to the bagger for the hose. This is the shaft that replaces one of the pulleys on the deck to add this pulley to power the blower. Down here we have a nice trim panel that goes over the new pulley and belt to keep you from getting tangled up. In here we have all the stuff we need for our service. And now the machine itself, this is the BadBoy ZT Elite Limited. Now the Limited, I think it's mainly aesthetics. It just has some different textures, some different stitching. Kind of makes it look cool. I know it's got their Rebel wheels and tires that are supposed to be better. This unit did come with the mulching chute. This is the BadBoy Advanced Chute System. Unfortunately, that's going to be coming off. We won't need that. For the power plant, we have the Cooler Confidant 747 V-Twin. Pretty good engine. I've heard people say they like the Kawasaki better. But if we can get this thing running tip-top, I think she'll do just fine. Up front here, it does have the BadBoy headlight system already on it. Unfortunately, the counterweight completely blocks that off, so we might have to pull those headlights and maybe mount them up here or something. The deck itself, this is the 60-inch. It is extremely heavy duty. I mean, you can just stand right on this thing. Very, very well built. Now, we'll probably have to take that off because the whole bottom of it is completely caked with grass, and we also have to get that new shaft on to mount that pulley that's going to power the blower. So we'll probably have to figure out how to get this off. power wash it all, get the grass out of it, get it all cleaned up nice. So we'll probably start in the back here. I think what we'll do is pull all this, get all those body panels off. That way we can actually see what we're doing. Start with the oil change and then just work our way through the tune-up and hopefully get this thing running tip-top. So let's jump into it and get this thing running good. All right, inside here we have two 9/16 bolts that hold this on each side. Alright, next up, looks like it has a remote drain for the oil. That's always nice. Let's go ahead and get that cracked loose. That seems like a 5/8 and a 3/4. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Yup. Oil actually looks really good. Smells fine. It's pretty damn clean. Alright, let's get that oil filter off. There we go. Get this on so this thing's not dripping everywhere. Give it one little turn. Okay. Oil change done. Okay, we'll go ahead and fill this baby back up. Gonna be using a cooler SEA NW30 synthetic. And it should be 2 quarts. All right, next up, see if we can get in here and do a quick compression check. Just for Oz. Service manual says it should be, excuse me, about 160 psi and should not vary more than 15. Plug looks pretty good. Good to go. All right. Same thing, looking beautiful. Perfecto. Alright, before we get this plug in, let's pop this valve cover and see what we look like here. Hopefully we don't make too big of a mess here. Alright, so now we can take a 5/8 here, put it on the shaft, and now I'm just going to take one of the spoke skins from our previous video, stick it down on top of the piston, and I'm just going to watch this until it comes all the way out. Just double check here. Okay. Now the book says 4 to 6 thousandths on the intake and exhaust valve. Intake feels fine. Exhaust, I can get it to go in, but it does feel a little tight. We'll go ahead and adjust the intake as well. It's just a hair tight. That feels good. Remember, it's 4 to 6 thou, so the 4 is nicely sliding in there. Just a hair bit of friction. We're good to go. So let's get this cover back on. Hopefully we don't make a huge mess here. Right on top of the exhaust. Trying to be careful here. I don't want to mess up this hose. There we go. You can feel it when you get there. Okay. Much better. So this side is perfectly in spec. Let's try the 5. I'm gonna try the 6 too, because the exhaust almost seems a bit loose. I'm gonna say it's fine. It's within spec. Spark plug. So the driver's side needed some adjustment. Passenger side, if you will, did not. Get our fuel line back on here. Next up, we'll change the fuel filter. There's our new fuel filter. It's gonna be a little tight in here, guys. Alright, and another one. Drip gas everywhere. Okay, we'll turn our fuel back on. Alright, next up, let's get this air filter in. Alright, let's get this cleaned out a little bit here. Nice new filter. There we go. What's that? That's the wrong filter? Alright. Well, let's fire this baby up, see what happens. Choke on. Wow, she was running super smooth now. It's never ran like that before. So it must have had some sort of issue in the valves. Because it was always like kind of difficult to start and never like cranked on the first crank. Or maybe that fuel filter was clogged or something. I don't even think we need to look at the carb now. It's running perfect. Alright, well, next up. Man, we lucked out. Let's get all the body panels back on the back. Pretty much put back everything we took off. Then we'll bring this thing up to the driveway, get her all cleaned up, and bring her back down and start bolting on accessories. All right, well, while she's drying off, I suppose we should start in the front and then just work our way back. So this is the front hitch that allows you to put the counterweight system on the front. You have to remove the front bumper, and then this is going to get bolted up like so. Okay, now this is just gonna bolt up just like that. Damn! You guys hear that? I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Somebody is shooting something real big. Alright, now I'm not gonna get too crazy on these yet. Just gonna snug them up so it's a little easier to get the bottom ones in. Bottoms, it's just going to slide up through here. Okay. Taking the 2 1/2-inch bolts in the back first, and then we'll jump to these other ones. So you don't want to use the self-tappers on this. You've got like 80 pounds hanging off the front of this thing. It's got to be pretty strong. Now the 2 5/8 in the front, and the hitch is good. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go muscle that counterweight over here. We'll get that slid in. Oh man, it's heavy, guys. Oh, jeez Louise. It's giving me like an instant headache. Okay. There we go. It does move a little side to side, but that's it. All right, with the counterweight done, I think what we should do next is just flow right back. So let's get the pulley done. Let's get the blower motor done, and then we can just keep working our way back on everything. All right, next up, let's get the advanced chute system thing off of here so we can start messing with this pulley and getting this blower motor attached. 3 9/16 holding this on. All right, so next up we got to get the tension off of the belt, and then I think we have to pull this whole spindle apart. So I'm not sure if we have to take the blade off too. I don't know. Let's get into it and figure it out here. Okay, with the deck down, let's get our breaker bar on here. Go. Okay. Okay, we got a 1/4 inch key in here. Alright, let's see if this big chungus can get this thing off of here. So far we're lucking out here, guys. That's kind of concerning. That wasn't very tight. Okay, so that's the original. And this is apparently the new one. Everything looks the same, just longer. Okay, that just drops through like that. And our collar goes on. Okay. All right, let's get it back over to the machine, put our new pulleys on. I think we got to do a new keyway as well. And then we're good to mount the blower. Like that. Okay, that feels nice and tight. So the blower starts with a new mount. That mounts slightly, it's a little different. Okay, that seems really good. So the main thing you want to make sure is you set that hinge so you create a nice seal so you won't have leaves and grass shooting out at you. So this one here just has its own tensioner. That goes up and around the belt. Around both of these. I think like that. Okay, I think that's it. Easy peasy. All right, now we got to get the trim panel on, and I think we're good. Okay, that's that. There we go, guys. Next up, I would say the easier part. Now we jump to the back. Just get the whole box and everything mounted. Very nice trim panel on there. Counterweight's good. Deck spindle's good. We're ready to rock. Let's get the whole bagger system part on the rear here. And then I think we're good to go, guys. Okay. First step in the rear is going to be the tray. I'm not 100% sure how this goes. It looks like it has different height settings depending on the engine you have. So I'm gonna go in the middle. See what that looks like. Other side. But it appears like it's supposed to be up higher. Again, I'm gonna go with the halfway. I don't think it needs to be the lowest, and I don't think it needs to be the highest. The other guy had it at the lowest. That's sick. I can put my radio back there now. Cool. Okay, now we can start mounting the frame. I think the first things we do, there's 2 horizontal pieces that connect down to the main anchor point down there and then come up. I think we should probably get those on first. I don't know. We're gonna do that. Okay, so here's that. Looks like connects to those 2 bolts like that, and then I think you pull this one and that also goes through there. So we'll do one side at a time. So this whole thing doesn't fall on us. Try to get this and that all through there. That actually wasn't half bad. Okay, second one. I'll leave these loose for now. I guess let's do the other side. There we go. Now, back behind here, see those screws? I think those are gonna come out and sandwich all this together. Oh man, it's looking sick. Okay, see if I can get this to come out. Hopefully this is long enough. Barely. I think I'll just do the same thing. Before we lock that in, let's see what this next piece looks like, because I see it has 2 threaded tabs that come out, and I think we're going to need to be able to spread these apart. This is the next piece, and it goes into the trailer hitch. Like that. Now floppy. Okay, and this is the last piece of the frame, but you see it's got these threaded stems on it, so we're gonna have to be able to spread all that to get these in. Oh man, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to push all this up to where it goes. As I tighten it, it's gonna be tricky. Okay, that's that side. That's solid. Okay, that's good and strong now. Alright, I feel pretty damn strong. Good, stayed put. There. All right, let's get the top on. All right, here we go. Man, it's making this machine look huge. That's the whole frame system all done. Everything's tightened up. So next step, I gotta try to get this on there somehow by myself. That's gonna slide over these two posts, and it can't slide down too much or else you miss the holes. So I don't know. We had perfect clearance, I think. We'll see on the tray. I don't think you're really supposed to use these together because I definitely had to change how it sat on there. Normally it sticks out like 4 or 5 inches. You would never be able to use these two together. But I think that looks cool like that, so. Alright. Let me try to lug this thing onto there and see if we can get these screws in. Oh, man. Oh! Whew. Come on, guys. That doesn't feel right. Okay. Oh no, stay there. Oh, I was lucky. It almost fell too deep. Oh, thank you. Jeez, I can't fit through here anymore. Wow, that is massive. Sheesh. Okay, let's put our bags in. I think they go like that. Seems like one side has like a breathable. No. You know what? I bet you the side without the breathable probably goes towards you, so you don't get dust on you. Let's try that. thing is a beast. Hopefully this even fits in my carport. Okay, so next up we have to put the chute part on and then the hose, and we're good. Okay, I think something like that. No, can only go one of two ways. Must be like that. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not really that long. You know what? Let me lower the deck. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's see here. Okay. Am I supposed to go over that? Oh yeah, huh? Dude, how is this supposed to move? Oh, that's crazy. It's sliding the whole thing off. It's almost too high quality. Okay, so that's all the way down. Oh, that would be up. I can feel it. It's made the deck feel like twice as heavy. Alright, here's what it is. Alright, let's get her outside where you guys can actually see it. right, guys, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's project on the ZT Elite. We were able to get all the accessories on it. That went pretty smoothly. There was some modifications I had to make, but nothing major. I don't think you're supposed to use like the back rack and the bagger and all that together, but it's definitely possible with a little bit of modification. So that's all done. The blower's on, the bagger's on, and we're also able to go through this thing top to bottom. It's running perfect now. There's no more idle issues, no more revving issues. It's running really good, starting really good. So I'm definitely stoked about that. From what I've seen so far, it did a really good job. Basically picked up everything and mulched it into like nothing. So that'll actually be really good. We like to spread that out on the trails to cover up some of the rocks and whatnot. So it being that fine will be great for that. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys like this kind of content, drop a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.